exactly where the traffic is coming from. You connect the analytics and the webmaster tools or search console accounts. The data is processed based on landing pages. That's the easiest way to put it. And we take out the not provided keywords. So everyone's pain point, the not provided keywords. The traffic is then split into brand and non-brand. If you guys can see my pointer here, because we will be focusing on the non-brand organic traffic. So the SEO traffic, the one that we can influence rather than any brand-related searches. We get all of the keywords that are bringing in visits. Here, the site that we're using for this demo, let's say for this workshop, is an online e-commerce. It's a Romanian fashion store that's, yeah, it's big in the Romanian online market. We have all of the keywords that are bringing visits to their site with, of course, the different conversion information, transactions, and so on. Okay, so we see that they're getting 53%, so a bit over half of their traffic from non-brand searches and almost half from their brand searches. Of course, there's a lot of room for improvement in the non-brand part. We would then need to run a keyword research process. The tool pulls in the most relevant keywords for you. They're added, so if you're creating new accounts, they're added into an SEO opportunities folder. You also get automatic group suggestions, so for making everything a bit easier, if the tool identifies that you have landing pages with, let's say, /books and /toys, it would suggest that you create the toys group, pulling in keywords pointing to landing pages with /books and so on. So the keyword research process is, in terms of the duration, is shortened. You can save any kind of filters, so maybe you want to focus on page 2 keywords or high search volume keywords. You can just create a filter and work with the filter there. I'm actually gonna create one that we can try using later. So I'll just use the ranks here. Page 2. Okay, and we have, from the keywords that we're monitoring, we're looking at 2,000 keywords. We've already got almost 300 here in the group that we just created. Of course, you would need to fine-tune it a bit. I don't know, maybe especially for Turkish keywords, we usually try to help you on our side, but of course, if we don't speak Turkish, we won't get involved there. As many keywords as possible is good, but having them relevant for your site is more important. So you want to look at the right keywords in order to understand what's going on with the site. To help you with this, we've created this visibility score index. You'll see it through the application with this blue dotted line. And it shows us how visible our site is for the keywords that we're monitoring. So here we have the 2,000 keywords that I mentioned, but besides only looking at the keywords and their ranks, we're also putting it into a search volume perspective. So let's say you give, or the application does this, it gives different priorities to different keywords based on their search volumes. Because I don't know, ranking 14 for this keyword with 90,000 searches is not the same with, let's say, ranking almost 14 with a keyword with search volume a lot lower. So putting this into perspective, so we look at both the ranks and the search volumes at the same time. Of course, it gets more relevant with the more relevant these keywords are. To give you an example about how this visibility score is calculated right now, if you are in top 3, so if you're in the first 3 positions in the search results in Google, you get 100% visibility for that keyword. If you're ranking past the second page, so 20 plus, that's 0% visibility. No one usually gets that far, so we're considering that the site is not visible for the keyword. Everything in between is calculated accordingly, like I've said before, taking the search volumes into consideration. For this site overall, we have 17% visibility now. We see for last month we've had a 1% increase. And then we can understand what's going on in our different product categories or service sections and so on. So we can look at the different groups. Some of them, for example, are performing better than the overall site. Let's say we have a better visibility in one of the groups than we do in the others. We see that there have been some drops. So at this point, we can try to start making a decision where we want to focus on. So if we take our page 2 keyword groups and maybe another one, I'll just say this one with dresses. This is a keyword for dresses. It has a high overall search volume. Our visibility score for this one is just a bit under the overall site visibility. So we can work on improving this one. At this point, to understand where it hurts, let's say, we can see what the competitors are doing for our keywords. So we're looking at the same visibility score. We're adding some competitors. You can add any competitors that you have. There are a couple of automatic suggestions, but you can manually add any kind of or any competitor site. Our site here is with the blue dotted line. We see we have a couple of competitors doing better than us overall, a couple doing worse. We can compare it in terms of ranks and changes in ranks. By change in rank, I'm referring to the change since the beginning of the time frame that we've selected. The default one is the last month here. And this can of course be changed. We can spot where they're having problems, let's say. So we'll try to sort by change. And what we see here, for example, is that it didn't really sort it by the value of the change. It sorts by the impact that each of these changes had on the site's visibility score. So the fact that our competitor increased 10 positions, let's say, for this first keyword with a quite high search volume, this helped their visibility score. So maybe we can start focusing on that keyword as well. We're not doing that good in that section, so we can get a couple of ideas from there. Of course, we can use it the other way around, see where the competitors are suffering, let's say, and start getting influenced by where they're losing visibility. Another important thing, and this is actually our newest feature, is that you can sort of spy on the keywords that the competitor is ranking for and that you are not already monitoring. Some of them are already in our group, some of them are not. So perhaps we see that they're in the second ranks for these keywords, and we can decide to start tracking them. So you do get some insights on on the specific keywords that the competitors are ranking well for. And this helps us understand some more, so add another level to our understanding of where we can and we should improve. Okay, so after we understand the situation, so we know how our traffic is divided. We have the non-brand percentage that we first saw. We have the visibility score. We see our competitors' visibility. We have the groups, let's say, that we decided we're focusing on. And this is the point where you can get to creating a forecast. We have the forecasting tool, which is called the Business Case Builder. And this is where you get all of the groups. This is a bit different because this is our demo page. We have all of our groups here with their corresponding search volumes. We have an overall group difficulty, which is calculated from the difficulty to rank for each of the keywords in the groups. There's an algorithm for this one, taking ranks, taking the focus of your site on the keywords and the general complexity. Of course, it will be a lot harder to rank high for a keyword or to get to a top position for a keyword if you're ranking past the 5th page, or if the keyword has a very high complexity. So if it's very competitive, if it's like a basic keyword like books, it will always be really hard to rank for such keywords. For the site that we're looking at right now, I've selected here just 2 of the groups. I'll say we're focusing on books and on another group with a lot of keywords. Not such a high difficulty. I'm actually going to select that, let's say in 1 year, we'd want to take this site, so whether it's our potential client or if it's our own site or the site that we're working for, we can say that we're working towards taking the keywords in these groups to an average of a top 10 position. And what we're looking at in the graph here, the orange part at the bottom, so the main section here is the organic traffic that we're getting right now and that we would be getting if we didn't change anything. So if we don't start working towards our goal of getting these keywords in these groups in the top 10 ranks, this is the traffic that we'd be getting. So 7.5 million at the end of the year. You see that it varies here, and it actually varies according to the vertical bars that we have here, the gray vertical bars, which are the search trends. So we're looking at the traffic that we have now. We're overlapping it with the search trends for these keywords that we're focusing on. Also taking their seasonality into consideration. So here during the summer we see that we'd of course have some drop in traffic, so that shouldn't be a moment where we panic because we're losing visits. We should just look at the graph, see how we're doing, if our visibility score is constant, and understand that it's due to seasonality. The green part on top, so the growth here that we see is the traffic that we'd be getting if we got at the end of the year to the average top 10 that we have here. This translates into 1,700,000 additional visits for this site, almost 4 million in revenue. One thing that most of you probably can relate to, or the clients definitely can, is the adverts value. And this is actually the money that you'd be saving by not paying, by not using AdWords to get these additional visits. So if you wanted to use AdWords, it would cost this much. If you do keep the SEO budget when you're going with the proposal, or when you're setting up the budget, if you keep it below this number, you can already say that you're saving some money. There's a high probability of actually getting there because we weren't too optimistic, so we didn't say top 3 here. You of course want to have a good forecast for both yourself and the client, or the other site. You can set the forecast in terms of either traffic or visibility score. If it's for traffic, we just be checking so the application checks the visits that you're getting every day compared to the last 30 days, to what you had estimated. For example, for this site, if we set up a visibility score goal, it would cross-check the visibility scores accordingly. And we can see that just by improving these 2 groups, our overall site visibility would triple, let's say. So this is...
I think because it's a workshop, you can put questions if anything is not clear. For example, in this forecast, I think it's better not to wait until the end and just put questions when you feel like something is not clear, because we can make it clear for you at the moment. So if anything is not clear with the forecast, I think the best is to ask now.
Yeah, please do.
I want to ask, do the visibility score and the traffic estimates change with the keywords we have added? Or if we add keywords later, a month later, will the score and the estimates change?
The visibility score that you're looking at in the application always changes with the keywords that you're looking at. Now, if you do set up a forecast and you're adding keywords at a later time, those new keywords won't be taken into consideration. So you would need to set up another forecast accordingly, because we're always making it relevant for the data that you're looking at. You can use the whole business case builder as let's say a contract. So if you do set it up, of course, if you change anything to it, you would need to start all over again, let's say. But you can always export the data, have it saved, export it as PDFs or CSVs, so you do have access to the data. You can actually download a detailed CSV for just the forecast here to understand the numbers that are at a keyword level. So exactly what's being put up into the calculations that give us these additional visits, the AdWords value, and so on. So everything's transparent here. It is an estimation because we can't 100% tell what's going to happen, but it's an accurate estimation because it's based on maths, basically. It's science.
What about the additional revenue? It supposes no change in the conversion rate,
right? That's true. So because we split the natural volume data, or we take the non-brand organic traffic and the data from analytics, and we use the average conversion rate and the average card for that particular segment of traffic. And yeah, we suppose it will not change.
Does it take into consideration the change in the conversion rates according to months and the seasonality, or does it take the conversion rate?
You see, when you look at your reports, the traffic, you see the real thing, what was the real revenue, the real conversion rate. But because we consider this forecast at the time we start the campaign, the project, we want to always measure and benchmark with that forecast that we say. Because for us, for example, we also run an agency in Romania, So every client, any client has this estimation in the contract. So we can't change that. We want to just relate to that forecast that we initially estimated, right? So we will see the real result, but then we also compare it to what we thought it would be.
Okay, but I'm not talking about changing the forecast after the contract. I'm talking about the. Let me explain like this. Our conversion rates were 0.5 in June, 0.55 in July, 0.48 in August, and we're using the forecast tool in November. And while the tool is making a forecast, does it take into consideration the change in the conversion rates in June, July, and August, or does it take
the
conversion rates as a constant?
It's taking the conversion rate in traffic from the last 30 days. And considers that will not change in time. But you can, of course, you can always, as Madalina said, you can always recreate the forecast. If you feel that you improve the conversion rate, or you are above the target after 6 months, of course, you can do another estimation.
Do you have any other questions, or someone else? Thanks. So once you set the goal, you'd be able to track it here at the bottom. We see this one already has the goal created. They're at 62%. From this point, where from here, we're at the point where we're managing the campaign. So we have the campaign dashboard. Even if you have your own site, maybe you want to track it on different Google search engines. Maybe you want to use Google Turkey and google.co.uk or .com. It would be added as separate sites in here. We have a couple of sites that we're looking at for this one. We can see at a glance if we're on track with the goal. So the second column is showing us the goal, and this is what we've set up in the business case builder. We can see that we're on track for some of them, so we should just keep doing what we were doing, maybe focus more on the other sites. Of course, the ones that don't have it set won't have anything here. You get the messages from Google Search Console, just to know what's going on there. A 30-day graph for the visibility score. It usually changes at a steady pace. So like we have here on top a slight increase or maybe a slight decrease here. Nothing too sudden. If anything, if there's a spike or a sudden drop here, it can be penalties or technical problems. So it would be a warning sign, let's say. So we're just looking at this in quick time here, trying to see if there's something too sudden there. Besides these error messages from Search Console, we see that we have another column with the index health and with a couple of errors showing us an estimated traffic loss. And this actually takes us to our issues module. We're doing another crawl on all of the landing pages, so it's separate from the Google Search Console crawl. It lets you know right away, we're doing this daily, so you know right away if you're losing traffic from any important page in your site. So you can download the list, of course, send it to your webmasters or whoever needs to take it down, put it back up. Of course, here, for example, we have only 6 pages out of 1,500, so it's nothing too important. But you would want to know right away if one of your main traffic bringers would be suffering here. There's a bit of a graphic overview as well. So when we recovered pages, and also when we lost some. You can always check again, see if maybe it's been fixed since the last crawl. So if you're checking in the afternoon, maybe the crawl was done in the morning, and you can ask for another check. Moving back to the dashboard, from the issues module onwards, what we see are actually custom fields. So if you're on the agency side, you have more people working on a bunch of different sites here. You can create custom fields with users or dates. If you have your own site, maybe you want to leave a note on it just to remember a date, or to remember that, I don't know, you put an objective on traffic rather than on visibility score and so on. So this is to help you better manage the campaign or campaigns that you have. From these custom fields, you can of course create some filtered tabs. Yeah, again, maybe the agencies would see the value of this one because they can better manage the people working on the accounts, or the different types of clients or prospects, and so on. Speaking of understanding, looking retroactively on the sites to see how we've evolved, how we've helped our clients evolve. Let me just load the graph and I'll tell you. So I've selected a couple of months here. I'll switch to the monthly granularity. And what we have on the graph, similar to what we've seen in the business case builder, we have the traffic part, which is the full blue area. We have the blue dotted line on top of the graph, and we have the search volumes, which are the gray vertical bars. Usually you would have, if your site's doing well, the traffic would get overlapped, let's say, to the corresponding month's search volume. So something similar to what we're looking at here in August. We see that they got high search volumes, and the traffic got on top of it, let's say. There are also annotations on the graph, so and we're adding the algorithm updates, so you can understand whether the visibility score here changed from July to August because of any algorithm updates from Google, whether it changed from your due to your SEO efforts. Here from September to October, we see a slight drop in traffic, but if there's no important drop in visibility score, we also see that there's no important drop, or there's a slight drop in searches here, so we can say that we've lost this traffic because of the seasonality of our keywords, and not because our performance was suffering. So you can identify problems, or better understand what's going on with the site. You have all of the information in the same place. Whenever you've added keywords or deleted them, of course you'll also have an annotation, because like I mentioned, the visibility score gets recalculated to account for those keywords. In terms of other indicators that can help us focus, help us signal where we should focus on. I'm just switching back to last month, so we don't look at a lot of data on the graph. We go back into the campaign part. We have our groups. We see that we didn't have, let's say, an overall change in visibility score, but we have had some drops in the keyword groups here. I'll just select one of the groups. And we can use the sorting by change that I've shown you for the competitors. We have this one here as well. So the overall visibility score in this graph, I don't know if you can see it, it's decreased 9% for desktop, 12% for mobile. We're doing a daily rank check for both desktop and mobile, of course, for all of the accounts. We've used the change sorting, and we can understand that, okay, let's say we'll take the top 5 words in here, and these drops, these changes in ranks are the ones that most affected. They're the ones that are pulling this group's visibility downwards. We have the different difficulties here for the keywords, the ones that I mentioned. So of course, a lot harder, like I said, to rank high for a generic keyword, a lot harder than it is to rank high for some long tails. The opportunity indicator, the one that you're seeing here with the orange circles, is sort of I call it a mini forecast. This is what's being put into the actual forecast. So ranking into a top position for this first keyword, let's say, would bring us additional 8,000 visits, this much revenue. And again, if we wanted to get the same number of visits by using AdWords, it would cost this much. So if we're looking at both the opportunity and the difficulty indicators and correlating them, we can see where let's say it's indicated to start working, to focus your SEO efforts. So we'd be looking for keywords such as this one with a high opportunity and a low difficulty, because in return for little or in return for less SEO efforts, we'd be getting a lot of positive results here. So rather than focusing on only a couple of keywords with a high search volume, maybe good opportunities, but with a very high difficulty, we'd want to focus on the ones that we can actually aim for and have this faster. Everything can be saved as PDF, so if you do run a filter, if you're happy with the results, or if you spot some problems, you can save it as a PDF, have it for later, or of course just get the weekly, monthly reports and so on. In terms of the actual keywords, of course we can get the graph, see how the ranks evolved. For each of the keywords, we have the top competitors, and these are the ones that are being put into the automatic suggestions in the competition side. We have the forecast information, what we've seen in the forecast and in the opportunity indicator that we just looked at. The Majestic Trust Flow score, if you guys are using Majestic, or the rank evolution can also help us see whether the keyword has some special features, or whether it's just quite constant for both ourselves or our site, our client site, or for the competition. This is for the keyword level. We have our groups. We can look at each group separately, understand what's going on in the group, and so on. If we switch to the landing page view, we have the information aggregated on landing pages. So like I mentioned, let's take /books. We see that overall we had this 17% visibility score, but for our, this is /dresses, for the keywords that we have pointing to this landing page, we have only 16%, so a bit lower than what we have overall. After fixing any technical technical SEO problems, maybe you decide to create content. And this is what you've seen in the brochures that we had at the stand. The content module that helps us monitor and see the impact that our published content had on our site and the specific landing pages. So besides, these articles are automatically pulled. You can manually add some if they're not identified. Besides only looking at, let's say, the social signals, of course, the title of the article that's linking to your site, the source there, the landing page that's the anchor goes to with its corresponding anchors. We also have the traffic information here. So everything's being put into the SEO performance perspective. And we can draw conclusions, let's say, that, for example, posting on a source with a high majestic trust flow score brought us a lot of Facebook shares. Or maybe we can see that our visibility score for that landing page increased since we've published the articles. We can look at the keywords that were most influenced and draw conclusions from there. So depending on what you want to look at, you can find the different correlations and see where to keep posting content and so on.
Actually, this is an amazing feature. All of you were at my session the first day. I was talking about the insights that we can get from our reports. So in this feature, we connect the visibility of the website, of the landing page, with the content that we're putting out there and link to our website. So basically, we can see which articles we can correlate with, which articles improve our visibility. And that means we can understand what are the patterns, which source is working best. Is it the trust flow, which is important? Is it the social media signals? Is it visits? So can I correlate the number of visits with the improvement that we have in visibility score? So we use this. After the keyword research, we look at the best landing pages that we can link. We start to link those landing pages, and then we look at the results here. So which article had an impact in our visibility, and then we continue to do what's working and we stop doing what's not. So that content performance module helped us a lot to learn how to link our website, how to do the linking, the content strategy.
So this would be the feedback loop that we'd go through to see exactly where to keep or what to keep doing, what to stop, which would bring us to the reporting part. The reports are usually generated on a weekly basis. You can have monthly reports, of course. You can generate on-demand reports. I'm waiting for one to load right now. You can, since you can add any kind of users, you can have different people getting the reports. They're customizable in terms of the sections that we can see. So maybe for some clients, we want to be focusing on the competition only, and for the others on the organic traffic. You can choose the specific competitors that you want to have in the report. Let me just zoom in a bit here. So this is the last report for the site that we've looked at throughout the day. We have the last 4 weeks here in terms of traffic. The gray bars are the non-brand organic traffic, the visits, and then we have the visibility score and for desktop and mobile. We see that there's been an improvement in traffic and also an improvement in visibility score. So we can say that the traffic improved because of the visibility score. To help you understand the different use cases here, we have the chart explanation here, saying exactly like I mentioned that the traffic improved probably because of the visibility score. In situations like I've mentioned earlier, where you see a drop in traffic but no change in visibility score and high seasonality, you can blame it on seasonality and so on. We'll be launching a video for these situations, so you can have a look at that one to see how the data translates in your reports there. Bit of info on the transaction part, the visits and so on. The keyword performance, will soon be adding groups as well, so you can look at specific groups here to see, okay, your focus group has improved this much and due to these keywords or it dropped because of the others. And the competition insights also in the report, so it's quite clear to understand, I hope, but if you do have questions, yeah, we can go through them. So if there's anything that you need more clarifying on, or
so the platform is not that customizable in terms of reporting. You can also always download PDFs and spreadsheets from the platform, but when it comes to automatic reporting, like weekly or monthly, we're trying to make it really simple to understand, like a newspaper, what's the most important to change that happened. You should know how the traffic went against the visibility, and we always try to explain, because we have all the data, that we try to pull as much of the data as we can and correlate it, because that's how we get to a real insight. And also the competitors, we look at all of them all the time, and we show, for example, in this automatic report, only the most important changes. Who won some visibility or lost important visibility, or which important keywords changed important competitors there, or things like that. It's something that you should just be aware. You scan it for 2 minutes and you know what's happening at the moment.
And you can customize the logo, so you can't do that much. I think we're done, but if you have questions or if you want me to go back to any of the features.
How does it find the competitors for keywords? By itself or by another tool?
It's from the search engine results page in Google. Let me actually open one for you. You can add any Google domain. It's only Google, but you can add any domain here. Let's see one. So we're on the keyword page. We're looking at the desktop or mobile ranks. You can download the search engine results page for both of them. And it's basically scanning through this list, taking the ads out, taking the images out, and then we have the competition on the keyword. And yeah, of course, where our site is, that's our rank as well.
Basically, we're doing this on a daily basis for all the keywords. So the keyword list is very important. You should fine-tune the keyword list. It should include all the relevant keywords, all the keywords that are bringing generate traffic right now, and all the keywords that might generate traffic in the future. And we store all the competitors for each keyword, and we calculate the visibility score for the entire list of competitors. So there may be thousands of competitors, and then we suggest the most important ones. The most important ones maybe are not necessarily your competitors. It may be at Wikipedia or another website. So it's about the website that is visible on most of the keywords of the searches that selected.
And you can't actually look for specific competitors for the different groups. So if you have multiple areas of activity, you have the overall site competitors, but you can add different competitors in the different groups and look at the right thing. So we can switch the group, add the direct competitors for that category of products here. So they're a bit different here, and we can look at these, see what's happening with each specific section, and take the corresponding measures.
So it says estimated monthly visits for a competitor. Are those only for those keywords, or?
Yeah, only for the keywords that you're monitoring. Well, it's a simple calculation with some standard CPRs. Of course, we take into consideration for the CPRs the type of keywords they have, AdWords, or video, or news, or maps. So we try to adapt the CPR based on how the circuit looks like. And we just use that CPR for the rank that we have at the keyword level, and we multiply it by the search volume, and we sum it up, and we get the estimated number of visits. Of course, that will not include the long tail. We're just looking at our most important keywords, right? And we're trying to understand how much visits our competitors make from that business.
By the channel. How about the desktop or mobile channel? May I understand that what is the competition for specific keywords between the competitors?
So we'll be looking only at the organic channel. Yeah. After we split the branded and non-branded, we take only the non-branded traffic, and then of course that comes from desktop and mobile. We don't segment at that level at the moment. It is in our roadmap, so most probably in the next few months we will be able to split and provide data on desktop and mobile. And but we have here in SEO campaign, because we do this coding at in mobile and desktop, we can switch the visibility and the ranks from desktop and mobile from Madalina already switched it. So now we are on visibility mobile, so all the visibility scores and the ranks are related only with the mobile coding.
How about the mobile device?
Sorry?
How about mobile device? I mean, actually, I can see the mobile performance in the mobile tab. Yeah. But how can I understand that? How about the Android or?
No, we don't have that level of segmentation. Of course, we have some information in Google Analytics, so we will be able to go deeper as the product evolves in time. But at the moment, we can switch only the visibility in desktop and mobile. We don't split the traffic more than the not provided, but the non-provided at the moment.
Okay, I'm sorry. Does analyze serves as through the landing page? Does analyze serves through the landing page? Just keyword, as you said.
No, the landing page as well. So we have stored the keyword in the landing page. We will also find the best landing page that will rank at some point in Google. So even if the keyword is not in top 100, we search for the keyword in our website in Google, and this will be the first landing page. Most probably that will be the landing page that will show up in Google after we optimize our website. So what we do right now is we can see the keywords, so the entire keywords, the keyword level or landing page, aggregated by landing pages there. And all the data is now correlated with the landing page. How many keywords are triggering that particular landing page? What's the visibility of the landing page for the search volume? So we sum the entire search volume of the 300 keywords, and it's 200,000 for the first landing page there. Right? So we know that we have a big opportunity there. If we place links to that particular page, if we optimize on page that particular page, that will improve the visibility of the 300 keywords, that are searched 200,000 times a month. So that's a big opportunity for this website. That's why it has the full orange circle there, because it's one of the most important pages that we can optimize at the moment. And of course we get all the data from analytics as well, like visits, conversions, and everything. The real power of the platform is that it takes the data from all these apps like Analytics, Adverts, Search Console, Sumo, SEMrush. So it's everything and put it in a smart way together in order to really understand what's happening with our SEO today.
May I define different kind of goals, such as registration or?
Sure, we can do that. So up there in the corner we have the conversions. We can switch. We can just use the simple switch from previous.
Okay.
So we can always switch what we want to see. If it's in e-commerce, we can see the e-commerce data from Google Analytics. If we're having goals set in Google Analytics, we just click the goals there, and we're measuring the conversions, and even the revenue is coming from the value of the goal that we set in Google Analytics. So it's not only for e-commerce websites, any website can use it in terms of conversions as well.
Is it possible to add new branded keywords?
Yeah. There are two ways. Then I will show you. We have all the branded keywords from Google Search Console, but of course we can fine-tune that as well in organic traffic. If we spot any branded keyword in the non-brand bucket, we can easily say this is a branded keyword in the other market. So this is very important that when you configure a campaign, it's important to have all the keywords that are relevant. So thorough keyword research, I think this is very important to be done. And you have all the tools here, from manual adding the keywords, importing them from other tools, or finding the articulators, or using all the keywords that you have in Search Console. So with Madalina, I'll show you.
Yeah, if you spot any of the brand related, maybe it's a misspelling, maybe it's with the special characters, you can just select the keyword and mark it as brands. Everything is recalculated, and then in the brand distribution, we'll be seeing our main brand keywords and all of the variations from it, the long tails, or the ones that we marked as brands from the non-brand section. So we have all of the different variations in here.
Another important thing is that we try to automate as much as possible. So we try to do all the things automatically. So you just connect Search Console and Google Analytics, and you start to do a lot of things automatically, like automatic keyword research, automatic grouping, automatically change segment the not provided data, and the two buckets. We find automatically finding competitors and everything. You just have to check.
You mean that actually I can tag reports based on my CRM data, right?
Sorry?
Is it possible to tag reports based on the keyword report based on my CRM data, such as my segments or my gender?
You can do that. You can also segment if you use Google Analytics custom segments. You can also segment the same way the data we pull from Google Analytics. We can create segments like give me all the non-brand organic traffic that includes /books in URL. So based on the URL rules. One thing we can do is tell you which specific transaction was made after a search, because we don't know which visit is correlated with which keyword. We just take the percentage of the revenue and the conversions from a landing page and put it proportionally back to the keywords that we can see in the Search Console.
Yeah, I think I'm getting the wrong landing page here, but you can see the data only on specific, the traffic data on specific segments with the landing page.
We also have a search reputation module. We can scan it for a bit. We can see that this can impact the conversion rate as well, right? So we just want to be able to see if, for example, in the first page there's any negative result that may influence the perception of organ. So after you just choose the sentiment or there are a few options there we will show you. You can easily see if there are new pages that pop up in Google when somebody is searching for the brand name, and then you can decide if it's a good one, a bad one, or a neutral one.
But just to go really fast through this one because we're running out of time, if people are searching for your brand name in Google and we're looking at mainly at the first 2 pages, so you'd want the positive results to be there, or your results, because they're always, the controlled resources are always going to be positive. We're looking for as high as possible top 10 control, so in the first page having your blog, your YouTube channel, your Facebook page, and so on. If there are new posts, they're marked here, they come right on top. So this is another scan that's done daily. A bunch of different factors are taken into consideration when creating a reputation impact score to understand how each different brand mention would affect your brand reputation there. We do need the manual filtering, let's say, so we would need the human resource to mark it as positive, somewhat positive, neutral, negative, or somewhat negative. So of course we'd be looking to towards having a positive search reputation score. If people decide, they hear about our brand, they want to purchase our services, go with the products that we have, we'd want them to get a good impression there. So this module usually comes in handy when there's a reputation problem. So if you got any bad reviews or any negative talks about the brand, that's where when you know that, okay, you should be doing some, and from here you can I don't know, create more content, make your brand stronger, try to like I said, to get the results in the positive results as high as possible. Yeah, anything else? Yeah?
If I have a data warehouse and
if you have a
data warehouse,
yes.
If I need data which you have, how can you send this data to my data warehouse? Do you have an API or something else?
It's coming in the first quarter of next year. Because we don't have it at the moment. We don't.
And we're waiting anxiously for it.
Yeah. We have lots of clients that we test APIs and we're working on it.
Yeah, please? No?
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, but you can, thanks. You can find us around later on, so if you do have questions, just come say hi, ask the questions, or you can email us. Start the trial. In the brochures on the back, there's a promo code for 1 month free trial, so I'd really recommend you try it out for yourselves just to see how it goes. Yeah, thanks.